What? Hello, Carrie. Welcome again. Like I said, my name is William George. I'll be your social worker. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Do you like something to drink?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's step into our office and we'll start doing. So, Carrie, since I saw you last time, did you get the medication from the office? Did they
Yes,
help you
thank
with?
you.
And did you have a place to stay? Did they? Yep. And how was your daughter doing today?
He's doing pretty good.
Well, first, I want to say that I'm really glad that you were able to make it today. I know our time might be a little bit limited today, but then I would like to focus on our goal settings today. So that way I can help you get more in control of what you're feeling and things we can look into so that you feel like you're getting better and we can overcome whatever challenges you're facing. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. So I know you kind of mentioned since we talked about last time that you are willing to try out some support groups for addiction and you're willing to do some counseling if it's possible. And also, you said you would be willing for your daughter to also go for some counseling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Since we saw last time, did something happen? Did you have any issues come up?
Nope, everything's been pretty steady since we've spoken last.
Okay. So now let's think about how or where you like to be in your healing process. I know you kind of mentioned some things last meeting, and I have taken some notes, but I just want to know if there's something changed since we saw each other, so we can look at it and like what's something you feel you want to work towards right now.
Nothing's changed. I don't remember if I mentioned that I have a heart murmur last time,
Oh, okay,
but other than that, nothing's really changed.
okay. Well, Well, I mean, like I said, I'm glad you're here. So we'll look into other things. I know the first step would be like, let's break our goals into like something we can work on. So then maybe we could aim for something like feeling more comfortable in like public spaces and also by practicing some coping techniques. Do you think that sounds like a good starting point?
Yes.
Okay. And also, I mean, since we have an idea of what we can work today, let's I think it's best that when you leave today or like till our next meeting, maybe if you feel something that we could start doing journaling so that if when you feel something that you can write it down and when you come back we can be like we can look at it and go step by step. Do you think do you think that should work for you?
Yes, I find it easier to write things down instead of talking about it anyway, so that might help.
Yeah, because I think it feels like we can measure the progress as time by since we're doing step by step, then we can look at it, what techniques work and what we can like discard different aspects because I'm not going to just leave you on side like and I'm going to walk with you with each step so that we'll make sure that you're getting to the end point and you feel comfortable with whatever we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I said before in our previous two meeting, if there's something which comes up as we share things, and if I feel like I need to report that, I would need to report that to my supervisor. And even with the abuse part for your kid, and I know she said she's doing well, and I know, but in the sense, if your husband came back and started doing something to you, doing something to your kid, and you tell me that, we have to report that. I just want to make that, clear to you. So, um, you said you want to do counseling. So, is there like a preference time you want to meet with the person?
Not really. Um,
Okay. Well, I can let the person know so then they can reach out to you and help you figure out the time and we'll see how that goes. And usually the support groups are in the evenings because due to people working and everything. Do you think that still works with you? Fine.
I think it should.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, if something comes up, I'm pretty sure you know, yeah, the Julian Center's number and you can just give a call and we can reschedule.
Okay.
Then I know we kind of talked about the medications, but are you still have them or do you need a refill for them?
No, I still have some.
Okay.
Have about 2 weeks left on them.
Okay. Well, just make sure that you call ahead so that we have the others ready for you. And also, I'll look into getting you enrolled to Medicaid. Think it's Medicaid or Medicare. No, I think Medicaid because you're you and your daughter. So we can make sure that there's no barrier for you to get medication.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So now there are some expectations for our meeting from going on now till like since we're going to start working on the issues you brought up, and it's going to be a little bit long process. First we'll do 6 weeks like a week program kind of contract, and we'll see where we are and we see if there's any improvement or not. If not, we'll look at different ways how to go about it. But since today we won't dive into anything. Today's going to be a pretty short meeting. It's from next week onwards we will do start diving into the different areas we'll look into. Okay.
Okay.
So the expectations are that you show up every time we have meeting, and that if you can't make it, you just give a call and we can reschedule for sure. But I know sometimes emergencies can happen, but it's just we need to make sure that you're openly communicating, and I will also make sure that I communicate with you so that we can find a time which works best for you and me. If this, for some reason a meeting is canceled, then the second thing is that if anything happens, that will let me know so that we can make sure that your safety is priority and you and your daughter's safety is priority. Um, And usually, I mean, also feel free to tell me that if you think for some reason journaling is not helping you, or if you don't want that support group anymore, you want to do something else, or you want to try something else. Like I'm open to the idea of you want to do something else too, because like I
Okay.
said, I'm gonna walk with you through this period so we can find other things which can work also. You don't have to like stick to what I tell you to do. Like we have some flexibility, so we are able to look at other things which can work for the best. Okay. um
Okay.
and for your daughter, I have some questions. Does she have any medication she's taking right now, or
Not currently.
okay, let's go. So then as you're I know she's staying with your foster parents and she's safe there. Were you able to go visit her anytime since we spoke?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, she's doing good. She's still healthy.
Okay. That's cool. Then, did you talk to your foster parents? Do they
No,
know?
not
No.
about what's been going on. I haven't been able to do that yet still.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. It takes time. I know where you're coming from. So, we'll work on that for sure. And has your husband reached out to you or anything?
So far, he hasn't. No.
Okay. Yep. Good. And some other things where I don't know if you had time to look at the I know you wanted to go back to school and get a degree, but were you able to look at something or no? I know you might be busy, but
Not yet. I'm still trying to think about the options and
okay,
really think about what I want to go back for.
okay. Well, I mean, I know we have a set of goals and things we're gonna work on it, but do you want me to add that part into our weekly sessions too, so that we can figure out what, or like when you write your journal, you can, for some reason, or you think of idea, you can write that down. So you can look that into that too, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Okay. And also for journaling, it can be vague. It's okay. You can write however you want. I'm not gonna read it from you. It's just more. It's a talking point for you. So whenever we have our session, you can go over it and you can be like, "Oh yeah, this is what happened," or "This is what you want to work on," or "What do you think about different opinions you have in terms of like your counseling or your support group, or how much you're improved on your addiction part, like how you're fighting." And also, there are some traumas which you want to share, maybe, or you want to bring that up so then we can dive into it and see what's triggering you. I know anxiety can be a big trigger for a lot of things, and but there are ways we can work around it. So then we'll make sure that you're safe and your daughter is safe too. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say, this today, so that's pretty much it. Like I would say that I'm glad you're here today and that you're able to come, and I'm glad that you're housing and you got the medications you need. And we'll dive into each process soon. I know we've been doing a lot of talking here and there, but for sure by next week onwards, we'll start decoding every things we need to work on. And like I said, I'm here to support you and walk with you. So then don't hesitate. And also at the Julian Center, there are other things going on. So make sure, feel free to come because it's almost fall. So feel free to come with your daughter because there are some events going on. And there's a food pantry too, which close by where you can get good foods too if you need that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, Carrie, thanks for coming in today. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Or like, do you have any questions?
Um, should there be like a time frame for when I should start looking at schools for a degree?
Time frame. So since it's already fall, but I'm pretty sure there are some courses which you can take online if that works for you. If But I'm not gonna push you on the school part that much. It was just a suggestion that you should think about it because our main focus is that your safety, your daughter's safety, and you getting back on your feet so that you can provide for your daughter. I know degree is important, but your safety is way important than a degree right now. But I know I kind of suggested it, but it's more for you to be in your like back of your mind that you're thinking about it because that's what in our previous meeting that's something you want to work on, and you want to help people go through the same event which has gone right
Yes.
from my understanding. So, but I would say by the time we finish, we can maybe look into some online courses from Ivy Tech, which can work with what you want to do, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
And so most of the goals we have set from the last meeting, I'm pretty sure them, and they're pretty specific, and like we can measure it, like by you when you go through each group meetings, and we can see what the improvements are. And I think they're pretty achievable with the circumstance. They're not pretty bad. And maybe one of the things I want to emphasize is that I don't want you to do this goal just for the sake of doing it. I want you to do it so that it aligns with your personal values because you're a survivor, and I'm really proud that you're fighting, you know, still here and you're fighting for your daughter too, and coming out abuse, which is very important, and you can be like a example for someone, like a leader for someone who's going through it too. Once we finish this meeting, or once we finish this full session, and you reach where you are, so make sure that they are aligning with your personal values, so that we don't derail into different paths, and you feel like this is just not working, or you feel like I just don't want you to be frustrated with the process. I know it's a long process, but I feel like the 6 week goal will go by pretty fast because you're only meeting every once a week. So, and if for some reason we need to meet twice a week, we can make that happen too. But I think with 6 weeks, it should be possible that we'll reach most of your goals you have set and be sure that you and your daughter have a place to stay and everything can be worked out. So, is there any other question, Carrie? You have?
Would you be able to help me find a job as well so that I can get somewhere to live and make sure that we have something like a cushion?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can reach out to different organizations. I know um, Julian Center has different partners we can work with, or at the same time, I did work for the health department. I'm pretty sure there are some things we can find. And is there a certain type of job you're looking for, or?
Not really. Right now, I'm just wanting a steady paycheck.
Okay, yeah, we can look that. I can look into that for more sure, and I'll let you know. And I'll let the front desk know, so since if I'm not here, you can come and they will start helping you. But I think we just need to fill out some information, and also for the renting part for our house, we need to fill out some paperwork, so then we can get that for sure. We'll try to help you as much as we can too.
Okay.
Is there any other questions?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, Carrie, like I said, today we just talked about some goals which we're gonna look into more, dive into coming weeks, and I told you about the expectations that if something comes up, make sure that you call and we can reschedule. I just want us to be more like open with our communication so that we can get through with all the goals. And it's a 6 week time frame, but they should go pretty fast. I know 6 weeks may sound a long, but I feel like it should be beneficial. It will be beneficial and it will help you. And I will make sure that get the information regarding the support groups when they start, and I'll let the counseling department know when they can reach out to you, so then we can start that also, and also for your daughter. So she's going through this at the same time with you, so it'll be easier. You can bring your daughter too, and you can stay back for other things on the campus too.
Okay.
Also for medication, make sure that you reach out to the reception so they can able to fill that out for you so they can get to you. And also I'll look into the paperwork you need for Medicaid and we can go from there. And the other emergency number, if something happens, make sure please call that. Okay, if you can reach to me. Sounds
Okay.
good?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for coming and I will see you next week.
All right. Thank you.